Hello YouTube, this is Buddy. I made a video for to start my business.com tips for earning money online, how to make meta text more precisely with using Buddy generator. Simple to say, meta text is a bunch of codes that provide some information about the web page, and each page will have its own text. When the client enters the query to the search bar, the information will be displayed to the result page. It's not like the payable app at the side area on page. That piece of data is free and standing at the middle area. We call it snippets. The snippets appear because meta text and run by the system called SEO, search engine optimization. Basically, three main elements make meta text. They are title, description, and keywords. Mostly, the snippets will visible the title, page link, and description. If enrich more variety of text, that would be help enhance SEO traffic. Just like a phone book, there have so many listings with contact information from the providers. But how to get people easily to find out what they want? Now many people use search engine. Meta text becomes very important on SEO traffic. This is the first step to make SEO start. If you make it right, it would be much help on long-term SEO works. But sometimes would be not that easy. If your site traffic is keeping low and you have no idea why someone does the SEO traffic well but you don't, keep it in mind you need to make your meta text become more efficient. Find out what's wrong with it and figure it out as soon as well. So that's why I come here to give some helps. For this, you need to use Buddy meta text generator. It's very easy, absolutely free, and no need to download. People always ask, they know how to make meta text, but just don't know how to make it well. I will answer, what's on your page content? If you have a rich content, I don't think you have any problems for it. For this example, someone makes a page that the title only has two words, Hello World, and then it has some links to connect some iframe contents from the other person's website. I would say this page content is empty because it's only copy from someone's contents and also violate Google SEO policy. Google won't display any empty page snippets on SEO result page, so please consider to make your own contents as well. Let's go to my meta text generator because now it's empty. When you click Get Code, you will get the App Store errors. Really? We need to fill out all these empty fields? Yes, so that's why we need users, because we want to make better text and follow the steps, which are very easy to get it. Let me display some new edit. Now I have a new title and field contents on page. You can see the little counters near the fields. That's to help you count how many characters able to use and how many have already exceeded. When you hover the question marks, that's to display the hints and show you the maximum characters. Title will be around 55 to 60, and description should be less than 160. Let me show you easily on this sample page. I copy the title and paste it into the field. You can see now this is a negative number. That means the title is over 15 characters of the maximum required. So what will happen on SEO? If the title and description characters were over the maximum, you will see the snippets presentation like this. It got cut off and have some dots at the end. Nowadays, the snippets on Google become shorter than before. That probably is the database grows rapidly, not enough space to show more details. I have no idea, sometimes Google maybe give you one or few more character space, but once beyond the line, your snippets will have higher risk to get cut off. For this, I make the prediction on my program to track Google engine works. Quite close, but still a little bit sticky on the tricky. We should be getting the point. How do the people click on the snippets? It's not only about the higher ranking. Try to use most powerful and attractive works to get people's attention. Choose your snippets and get them go to your website. And display all the works, avoid getting cut off. I'm not discussing the English grammar, but you better use the precisely and summarize words to describe your page as well. Now in here, if I change this title become shorter instead of the old longer one, and copy this, paste it into the field to count, you can see this time I still have 20 character space available to use. If I want to add with help the generator this space with it, I'm afraid it will over and get cut off again. However, if I make it as a new sentence for introduce my description, it could be enrich my boring article. Meanwhile, it generates one of the important phases, improve SEO traffic. That might be help me to target the audience who wants to enhance their SEO traffic. Let me copy and paste it into the field. You can see I still have 73 character space available to use. You may get extra space, 15 characters more that I make it for you. Let's see Google will give you a favor and show more for you. But the suggestion of the maximum character is the positive safe line. Try stands behind the lines to avoid getting cut off. Once you're done the contents, the keywords will alone appear. But some people will think no need to use meta keywords. Google, Yahoo, Bing, and the other search engine companies used to announce stop using meta keywords in web ranking 2009, but later on they retreat back again. But just not use that much. Why? Because they found out something went wrong. For Yahoo, the company still use meta keywords, but Google looks won't change the policy. We have to read this announcement very carefully. Google does not use the keywords meta tag in web ranking. What's that mean? On Google Webmaster Central blog, it's already given explains why stop uses. It's because so many people trading too much on keywords before. It's really make people feel frustrated and get into the high ranking sites when they found out this will not match the keywords which they provide from the meta tags. However, it doesn't mean don't use it at all. It's still used to affect the hints when the user key up the phrases into the search bar. For the programmer side, I can say we need different data to support and maintain our database. Should not take subjective to picking on this thing or not picking the other thing. So that means you still put some keywords, but this all should be relative from your page contents. And do it normally, no need to spend too much time on it. All the keywords in lowercase, make it neat, one single space between each. Do not put any comma or symbols with it. The generator will add the commas for you. There is no error message if you make any mistakes. For this, I will show more details later. Like I said that before, consider any possible data. We should give more information about the page, license author name, who created the page, copyright, who have the rights of the page source. These all help for protection of the page contents. And then choose the page language and country. Those are information people always ignore, but very helpful to spread your SEO traffic and target your audience. What are the factors determine the engine brings out? The engine will grab the useful data to the database and then organize. Some information will show, but some are not. Depends on what the user type in. If I type sushi in Manhattan, NYC into the search bar, the results come up from the phrase what I've entered. I can see all the restaurants and name around the target location where may be nearby my IP address, and I can see their reviews, rates, prices, or the other relative information. Can you see those based on the same language and the geo region? One of the Google great things is Google Maps. Manipulate meta tags with geolocation that would be getting good results to enhance SEO traffic. Because effect on the geo country setting, we can consider of the SEO distribution. They have three types: global, local, IU, internal use. For example, I don't have specific local store. My website business kinds like run on the internet, so I make distribute as global to display my website to everyone and everywhere. If you have a local store, you can pick local to focusing display your site in local area and target your specific audience. If you want your site only run in private networks, choose IUs as well. However, if you want your site goes to the public, IU would be taking a big mistake. No matter which language you speak, if you want the robots knows you as well, give the right tag to notice robot action. Index and follow. Index is the value from page link. Follow is the action that follow the link to the indicate page. Between index and follow, you have 4 options to choose. You better make some links on page, not only the menu links, also embed into the contents. That way the links will generate some phrases about your site and then make the SEO spider works. The links would be internal or external, inside of the site traffic or outside from the site. Tell the robot which part of page can be indexed and links can be followed, and which part are not. The robots will verify the data which useful and which are not. Also, set the revisit after days to tell the robot specific times to revisit your site again. It's very important to keep your page content updated. Robot will welcome to revisit your page for getting more new data and happy to update your SEO snippets. However, if you were not doing the page updated, please do not ignore the robot too much to request them come a lot, because the spider have no interest to crowd the same content. You can create a society profile page to enhance your SEO traffic. Google Plus becomes more popular recently, just like Facebook and Twitter. No matter which one, we need to get more audience in different society networks. When people still suffer on the higher ranking, let me show you something. When we enter some phases, mostly we will get one real snippets about the site. Maybe on a higher ranking, but I don't see it has more. Seldom it has one more, but the other are different, not relative from the site. Let's try Helpbuddy solution. You can see I have more snippets resources. These are from Helpbuddy solution. One from my official website, the other from my web page contents. This one from YouTube and the other one from Facebook. And also, can you see on right hand side, I got one more snippet that's from Google Plus. If you add me, then you will see more details from my profile page. Let me show you one more site like Hair Salon. It shows one snippet from the official website, the other from Facebook, and a big detail on right hand side. Because I have the site owner add a profile page at Google Plus and put a list on Google Maps. People will visit the profile page. They might be add you to become your followers or take an action to visit your business. That's really impact their page review. That turns the way to enhance the engagement between you and your audience. So what do you think? You want to get just one snippet or more snippets? Because it's under the secure login server, select HTTPS and then copy the profile page URL, paste the URL address into the field. If the profile for personal, you can choose author. If for business, choose publisher. If you've done all these fields and if no any error message, once hit get code, it will generate a tiny meta text that's ready for you to put on your web page. However, what will happen if I do some abnormal mistakes? For example, I put backslash into URL field and with some symbols with that. And then I change the revisit day to 1.1. It's so weird. How comes 1.1 days, huh? And fill one city, fill Manhattan in it. And then hit get code again. You see I get 3 errors message. The error setting is not going to ignore you or anyone. That's for helping you to make the meta text better and more precisely. The error is a reminder to adjust all the mistakes before you paste the text on your page. First, for this error, you need to put the integer number into the day field. If you enter the days incorrect like this, assume 500 days, almost 1.5 years. That would be too long for waiting to revisit your site and not good for keeping your snippets updated. No matter how many days you choose, but suggest you better make it within 365 days as well. The geolocation is optional, but once you choose this, you must fill out 3 fields at all. Otherwise, you will get errors again. The reason is why you pick this option, because you want to locate your area more specific. Like this example, Manhattan is a big city, so where is it exactly located? It still generated some codes, but not at all. Some procs are missing. So you have to fill this all out to retrieve all the geolocation tags. The URL field will escape unsafe characters. All unsafe characters cause for errors. It seriously impacts your SEO traffic. So beware this, read the errors details and fix it as well. The best way is you better text the URL link before paste into the field. Also, make sure select the language and country for every single time change to prevent errors again. I don't want to ignore you guys too much for using my generator, but I want to say sometimes you don't have errors, but it doesn't mean you don't have any mistake. You can click House Look Like This tab to preview your page snippet. It's only for presentation, not 100%. It does not represent any ranking, but you can see how it will look like. This is the title and the URL link. This is not the real one. The final one is where you paste the text on. So must check on the SEO research page what's your final page URL. And then this is the description. You might be get your profile snippets position like after that or on right hand side. Depends of how you make your profile page. When you see the dots at the end to cut off the titles and description. If you thought you are lucky, Google will give you more character space to display. You may save it all, don't change anything. Because the code's ready for you, I didn't cut off any for these 15 extra characters. Just remind again, summarize the words and stay behind the line to prevent getting cut off. Beware the keyword setting. If I add the comma and space split the keywords, some keywords makes an uppercase with some symbol around it. This is no errors, but check out the generator text. All the keywords are judged into lowercase with characters escape and generate one extra comma for each. It doesn't really make sense, although it won't hurt your SEO, but you better check it out. Erase any extra white space. Remember, one single space to split each keyword and no need to put any comma for it. The generator will do it for you. Some people maybe like challenge my generator. If you put some codes as you want to see font color will change the title, or iframe that codes want to see how it look like in the fields. Maybe you want to make fun to inject damage into my stuff. I can say it won't hurt me. All these kinds of character will be escapes and displayed back to your snippets. Somehow I should say it's unnecessary to put any tag. You have to save the space to make your title more attractive. You may put the text into the description field that will display the HTML codes in there. If in case none of errors and nothing ran wrong, hit the Get Code button to generate the final text and copy the text in the field from start until the end. Click the next step that will show the tutorial slideshow of the URL submission. Once finished, your snippet will display on SEO, but now I can show you very quick how to do it. After copy the text, go to the page that you want to paste the text on. Between open and close head text, you maybe already have some other codes there. Please push this down. Paste it at the top section next to the open head text as well. That will show the text to the robot first before index your page contents. Check out if it has any silence mistakes. Save the file. You can run the page to the browser first. Check out the page source code if the text will settle on it. And then upload the page to your FTP server. I use CyberDuck. You can use your own. When you get on the server, put the file to the directory folder where you want to. Once you're done, go to copy the absolute URL path link. This is the full address of your web page. Back to generator page, click the next tab that will go to the details information of absolute URL. You could set any extension file as PHP, HTML, or whatever, or no extension if you settle your shorter URL. Get the absolute address that the robot can get through your page. For here, I use HTML extension. The next are two major search engines, Yahoo Bing and Google. Mostly you are better directly to submit URL on Google and Bing. Just take 3 simple steps. Put the URL into the field, and then enter verify code. Click Submit to finish. But Google that one, it can run on my site for security. So you need follow the link, directly go to Google, complete the URL submission. Once finished, go back to Help Buddy site, click the next step. For this, you almost done everything. The question you want to know is how long it would take for rating the snippet show on the SEO research page. Mostly it won't take too long, such as Blogger and YouTube. They are verified sites and directly connect to Google. So they would be taking shorter, less than 1 hour. For my site with rich content, fortunately, it also takes pretty fast. You could type site :/ and then enter your site's domain. That can help to checking out the site submission process. If you get something ran wrong, that won't be the text problem. That should be the page. Some example like this. It's still early and needs some time to crawling your site. The page lacks contents or some contents are violate SEO policy. For this, follow the link I provided. Text the URL on Google Webmaster Data Structure. Google will show you what's wrong on your page and then fix the error as soon as possible. For my past video, you will find out there is no comment allowed. Frankly, I'm not interested to handle any comments, especially the irresponsible speech. However, consider the generator usable. I need a way to interact with the user. It's free, but I want to know, does this help? If you have any question on meta tags with using Help Buddy generator, please read the requirement as below. That's at the video description section before you use the comment box for this video. Please subscribe to both channels if you like this video. Hope you enjoy and thanks for watching.